Hello, and welcome to Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm Bridget. Thank you for joining me today. Whether you're new here or you've been around since the very beginning, I truly appreciate you coming by and spending some time with me. If you're looking for me anywhere else on the internet, you can find me at my Facebook group page, which is Queen's Crafts by Bridget on Facebook. And you can find me directly at my email address, which is queenscraftsbybridget@yahoo.com. And you can also reach me through my website, and you can see what I have to offer as far as bags, yarn, and whatever else I decide to put up there at queenscraftsbybridget.com. Today, we are here for a couple reasons. Unfortunately, I'm extremely frustrated with an experience I had with a Lego puzzle, and I want to show you guys and talk to you guys about that. And then I thought I would give you an update on the cloak, and then after that, at the very end, I will add in a clip that I took just a few days ago when I completed another little present for one of the ladies down at the hair salon, and I wanted to bring that to her, so I did a little clip before I brought it over to her, waited and did all that, so you guys can see all the details, including the pattern and whatnot, and the pattern will be linked in the description box below if you're interested in following me and making the same little ducky I made, because oh my god, he's so cute. So we have some cauldron names before I get into the drama of why I decided to hit record tonight. We have a few names that are going to be doubled and a few that are just going in singular because of replays and blah, blah, blah. But doubled because of our guaranteed entry, we have Mel over at Lithalia's Little Hook. And then for singles, we have Mama G, Karen JSP, Wanda Hardesty, and then back to they have two each. We have Sally Stevens, Carrie Crochet, Mama Knows Best Gwen, Marie Simpson, Diane Major, Connie Wagner. Make sure I didn't miss a page. Oodles and Caboodles, FEL 944, Lisa Knits, Deborah, yeah. Sandra Tanner and Kendra Lux, and that'll be it. Thank you all for your active participation in the channel, and thank you for going over and spending some time with Nessa if you didn't do that already, and if you did, still thank you, because you are spending time with someone that I truly have been enjoying. And, you know, I always want to spread the yarny, crafty love as far as I possibly can, and you guys help me do that by going over and checking out the people that I'm telling you about. And just a reminder, the Cauldron will be giving you a shawl this month, the Virus Meets a Granny shawl that I did earlier in the month, and that Mel and I were making together, and a few of you have decided to make with me. If you would like to participate in a slideshow that I'm going to put together, please do send me an email or a Facebook Messenger photograph with note saying that I can share it and your picture of your finished shawl, and I would love to add that into a slideshow so that everyone can see your amazing work. Please do include, you know, your YouTube name so that I know exactly who I'm supposed to credit for the make. Now, let's get into this drama. Okay, so this is what I bought. Now, I did a smaller one of these earlier this year. I had absolutely no problems with it. I absolutely loved it. And there was 4 other ones besides this one that I had planned on buying that were over $40 a piece. This one is over $40 a piece, even on sale. This is the second one I've had in the last 2 weeks. I got all of the buildings built, well, almost, up to the roof line the last time. And most of the pieces, instead of being these roof pieces here, where the cap pieces that you see, let's see, right here. Instead of having all these bumpy pieces, I had all these flat pieces. An entire bag of them. Probably about 200 too many. But I was missing all the actual roof pieces. So, no problem. Mistakes happen, you know. I mean, things happen. So I got a new one. And, you know, it's one thing because, see, this is what I was trying to do. I wanted to put it all together like this. That requires a lot of pieces. Over $120 worth of pieces. This one here, in particular, is 3,988 pieces. So, you know, and now when you get most of these Lego type kits, you will get them and they will be bagged in stages. So, you know, you stage 1, you open up the bag, everything you need for the first couple, 2-3 pages is in bag 1. Then you open bag 2, the next few pages is bag 2, the next few pages is bag 3, and so on and so forth until you've completed the puzzle, the building, whatever you want to call it. This one, to get past the 3rd page in the manual, you had to open 6 bags. So you had lots and lots of itty-bitty tiny pieces just rolling around willy-nilly because the bags they send you do not reseal, do not reclose. So what I did is I took the time to sort all of the pieces for the entire puzzle. Now, these are the leftovers. These ones are all, a lot of them are quite big pieces, right? Tell me how you can get 5 of these great big pieces extra. But a little bitty tiny piece no bigger than this, and they don't send enough. Absolutely ridiculous. So I said, all these pieces are for buildings. All these pieces are the flowers and the trees that you've seen in the picture. So I didn't even bother to finish. Besides that, the instructions for this, oh, no, sorry. Make sure, yes. For this particular building right here are incorrect. The way they have you build this building roof line is completely different than all the other roof lines. And because of that, these corner pieces, the pieces that you see bowing out here on all 4 corners of all the buildings are built in such a way that without building it correctly, they won't sit on the corner. Or they won't sit flush. They'll sit way above. So I was able to go and I fixed it because there was extra pieces that weren't needed in other places. By the time I got done, I let it go. I left it alone until I got completely done building everything else. So I knew I wasn't going to take pieces meant for something else to fix this one. But let me show you. This is where we got. Now, like I said, this building right here, I completely had to rip down this entire roof line, rip it down after I had everything else built and rework this roof line. I tried it again the way the pattern shows. It cannot be done. You have to do it the way I've done it here. Otherwise, these pieces stick up really high and look ridiculous. So I will be dismantling this, putting it back in its box, and sending it back to the company again. So for this time, I'm just going to get a refund. I am not going to bother with getting a replacement. I literally spent from about 8, 9 o'clock last night until 1 o'clock this afternoon working on this. And you can see how much isn't done. It's hours and hours and hours of work yet, which I wouldn't have a problem doing if I knew for sure all the pieces were going to be there. Now, it might not be a big deal to some, but I had to completely rework this roof line so that I could have some pieces for over on this side, because there wasn't enough for this side either. So because of that, we have one piece that is, you can see, off-colored. And I am not a fussy, it's got to be perfect type of person, but I've paid really good money for this. And this is not the first one I got, it's the second one I got. And to not be able to complete it the way that it's pictured, the way that the pattern says to, is beyond frustrating for me. So I'm going to quit griping about that. Get on to some yarny stuff. I know a lot of you aren't builders or multi-crafters or whatever. You just do yarn, and I get that and I understand. And I hope you don't mind me venting my frustration, because absolutely irritated, brokenhearted. I had an entire room layout planned around the city that I was building. In my plant room, I have my Buddhas and my dragons and stuff like that. This was going to go out there with my plants and look like an awesome little city. You know, like the city was going to be like in the middle of a jungle with all my natural plants. It was going to be beautiful. Unfortunately, I'll have to change my plans, because with it messed up, I can't look at it and not get ornery. So I try to, I'm one of those that if something brings about icky, ooky feelings, I get rid of it, because I'm all about feeling good and happy and, being at peace. And every time I look at this, I'm just going to get irritated that it can't be completed as it should be. So, all right, I'm done. Sorry, guys. Just irritated. So frustrating. On to good yarny stuff. Okay, so here we have the cloak. We have completely finished ball number 1 of the purple. We are on ball number 2 of the purple, so I have one more ball after this is completed. So I think if ball number 1 is any, if I can base what I think is going to happen off of that one, I got just about 7 rows with ball number 1. It was 20, 30 stitches short. If I would have tightened up a little bit throughout that row, I know I probably could have gotten there, but I wasn't going to pull it all out. So I'm guessing that I will get another 13, 14-ish rows. As low as 12, as many as 14 with this. So I'm going to take the crown off. And now it's going to look a little goofy because I have a sweater on. But we will. There we go. And I have just enough of the blue and the multicolor to make some loops, and then I'm going to put some buttons, and we're going to call it good with that. So it will button and loop up. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So, let's see. Oh, right now it's coming down to about my belt line. So let's see. I got that far on the purple, so about maybe that far for the rest of it. So it'll cover part of my bum when it's done. But excuse me. I am quite happy. I'm going to be nice and warm in my beautiful cloak of my own making, and I still have enough where I can put my little flap for my armholes in. There we go. La 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 la. I love it. All right. Ooh. How messy can we make the hair? Well, I am going to get on to doing a few things here in the craft room. This room is a disaster, and I have so many things I need to get done. I forgot to tell you guys earlier in the month. So, I think what we will do is anybody that orders anything, we'll say from the beginning of this last week. Well, no, we'll go from the beginning of the month. We'll go from the beginning of the month and up until the first or the last week of November will be entered in for a little drawing, a customer appreciation drawing, I'm calling it, and that person will be going home with a random little something. It may be yarn, such as hand-dyed, hand-spun. It may be a finished project. It may be a bag. Who knows? But that's what we're going to do for a little customer appreciation. And thank you for everybody that has helped me get my bags to where they are and help me get my name out there in the YouTube streets. So I just wanted to be able to give back a little bit of something. And this is something I came up with. I completely forgot to tell you guys about it. So we're going to retroact it from the 1st of this month, the 1st of October, through the end of November. December 1st, I will draw a winner for that. So all you got to do to be entered into that is either purchase something directly through me or through the website. All right, guys, remember there's a little clip coming after this with a crochet ducky. So if you want to see that, please stick around. Until next time. Okay, so I just wanted to pop in real quick and show you guys this. I'm going to add this video on to another video, but I wanted to go and deliver this to the lady it was made for at my hair salon. So I wanted to just show you real quick before I head out and do that. I made a different ducky this time than I made last time. He is super adorable. Look at him, little ducky bum and cute little wings. He was a lot of fun to make. Really easy pattern. I did enjoy it. This one is a paid for pattern. I got it on Etsy. It was only like $3. I think there was a discount or something at the time, but I only paid $3. It's the crochet pattern ducklings, and then the designer is oh, here, I'm gonna mess up that name. So there is the designer's name, and the pattern name There we go. You can screenshot that. And I will also link this pattern in the description box below if you're interested in making one of these little duckies for yourself. Like I said, it was an easy pattern. She does write in a different style than I am used to. So there was a little bit of a learning curve when I first started working her pattern, but I didn't have a problem figuring out exactly what it was she was asking me to do and making the very cute little ducky. It only took me about a night and a half to make this little guy. I would have had him done in one sitting, but I had things to do yesterday prior to my live. I was very, very busy and didn't have, so I couldn't stay up like I normally do. I actually had to force myself to go to bed because I had an early for me meeting. So, you know, altogether he was 118 grams. So he is going to make someone very, very happy. He is going to an adult, so I did choose to put safety eyes in rather than felting the eyes this time. All right, everybody. See you later.